ladies, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I wanted to share my autumn capsule wardrobe with you. If you're new to my channel, I love putting together my seasonal capsule wardrobes and I share them on my channel. I have quite a few if you want to see previous seasons, and this one is actually short to one item, so I will talk about that one as well. I hoped it would arrive in time for this video, but I have finally finalized my autumn capsule wardrobe and I thought we could just go through it together because you seem to be as obsessed with capsule wardrobes as I am, so let's just get into it. And as always, some of these pieces are new ins, but also some of these are a couple years old, simply because that is just the nature of a capsule wardrobe. You build it over time, and the idea is not to buy a new one every single season. That is absolutely not the point of these videos. And also I hope this illustrates how genius a capsule wardrobe can be, because you can buy it once and keep it for years. So I'll try to find sort of alternatives where I can, but I assume that you know this is kind of just the nature of a capsule wardrobe. But let's get started with tops. I have banged on about a lot of these items for the season already, so you might recognize quite a few of them. But the first I wanted to show you, this is a new piece that I bought from H&M. I love this so much. It's a knit top, so it's nice and cozy, but because it's short sleeve, it's been very versatile for the transitional weather. And I really love having stripes as my print in a capsule wardrobe because it's so classic. It's nothing that is too difficult to pair with any of the other pieces in my wardrobe. It's just the coziest thing, and it still looks really chic. So definitely something that had to go in my autumn capsule wardrobe. And then I also have a couple of shirts, and I wanted to include both of these. So is just a regular cotton shirt. This is a few years old. It's from And Other Stories. I think they might still even make it. Wow, that does not look very good on the hanger. I have not really prepared too much. I must have been in a rush when I put this on. This is just a regular cotton shirt. It's very versatile, great. I wear these a lot for autumn and spring really. And then I wanted something that was a little bit more dressy as well. So I have this satin shirt. It's just fantastic to add a different texture and just something that is softer and a little bit more dressy. And they both functioned so well for multiple different occasions. Obviously, they both work really great for work, but this one is also fantastic when I want to just dress up some of the bottoms a little bit more. So for me, it's not a waste to keep two items that are so similar in the same capsule wardrobe. And then I always show this. I have my staples, a t-shirt. This is the heavyweight one from Arket. I have talked about this so much. I think these are fantastic now for autumn because they are, as the name implies, they definitely are a little bit warmer and they just drape so beautifully. I think it is a fantastic piece for autumn. So I keep this one in white and black. T-shirts and the other tank tops are pieces that always stay in my capsule wardrobes year round anyways. Now I don't wear these on their own for autumn. That would be way too cool for the month we are in now, but I still keep them because they are simply fantastic for layering underneath a lot of the other pieces in my capsule wardrobes. I think one thing I might still be missing a little bit is a top that is a little bit more dressier than the satin blouse that I have. So something that would be a going out type of top. I just didn't have anything I felt like I've used enough to warrant putting it into my capsule wardrobe, but that might be something. And I think I'm going to kind of keep looking for it, simply because it's something I feel would transition well into a winter capsule wardrobe as well. So as you can see, the wardrobe is definitely not perfect, but I prefer to just share the way it is and what I think of it, the reality of it, rather than not. I also have some knitwear tops. Obviously, what is autumn without knitwear? I don't even know. Useless. So I keep a couple of lightweight options, and then I need also something a little bit chunkier, simply because the weather is transitional this time of year and it's really nice to have options. So I have this merino wool cardigan, and because it is merino wool, it's still giving quite a bit of warmth when I want something a little bit warmer than my shirts here. and something a little bit cozier. Merino is super soft as well. So I typically wear it buttoned up like this, but it is nice to have the option that this is a layering piece I can take off as well. And the other lightweight option I have is this cashmere polo knit jumper, and I think I bought this from the men's section. I get a lot of good knitwear from the men's section. Anyways, as you can see, this is color-wise a little bit lighter and the style is a little bit different. So I enjoy having two different options, again, that are fairly similar, because they do give different styling options and it just helps me not get bored so quickly. I love both of these. I have worn them a ton for autumn and I really need those lighter layering pieces, and cashmere is just so incredibly soft and one of the best things to wear ever, and I feel like it really helps elevate the outfit, even though it is typically, as it comes from a capsule wardrobe, a little bit more on the basic side. And I say this every time, I do not store these on hangers, they would be ruined. I am very careful with my knitwear, it's only for this video. And I have actually ordered another jumper. I hoped it would be here in time for this video, but it's not. And I really am excited for that one because I feel like it's going to go even a little bit better with the color scheme of my capsule wardrobe. But let me show you the one I have been wearing a lot. So this is so far the only one I have in my capsule wardrobe this year, and that is this cable knit. It's quite chunky wool jumper. This is from Arket. It's 100% wool and still not scratchy. I love this thing so much. I need to sort of use a depiller on it a little bit because you can see this has seen a fair bit of love. It's still holding up so well, and I say this all the time, it's so worth investing in wool and natural materials for your knit jumpers, especially these that will see you through a lot of cold days, because it's just going to hold up so much better. If this had any amount of polyester or acrylic in it, washing it would be necessary on a frequent basis, but because it is wool, you can actually sort of hang this, not for a long time, but you can hang it, air it out, and it's sort of self-cleaning to a certain extent. I do put it in the washing machine on a wool program, obviously several times throughout the season, but it's just such a fantastic material that I would never put together my autumn capsule wardrobe without. Now let me show you the bottoms, and this is going to be quick. This year I have 2 pairs of jeans, and here as well I have upgraded. I am also waiting on those to arrive, and I have been wearing both of these, maybe the right way around. So a dark blue and a dark grey. I talked about these in my autumn essentials as well. I think dark wash denim is an absolute essential if you're into wearing denim. It just helps transition your outfits into feeling very autumnal instantly. So I have been wearing these a lot, but this one is quite honestly not my favorite. So this is more of a mom jean style, and I have actually ordered this exact jean in this color. So this is from And Other Stories. It's the slim cut jean. I have talked about this at length and I have worn this a ton. It was a little bit long, so I have just cut off the bottom to have like a frayed effect, and this has been worn on repeat this autumn, so I decided it was well worth ordering it in this color as well, because I noticed that I wanted to wear this color sometimes, but then I felt like I would prefer this, the fit and comfort level of this one. So that is also something that is going to be switched out in my capsule wardrobe. Sorry if it's really annoying that I keep talking about what I'm going to change in my capsule wardrobe. Please do let me know. I don't know if it's helpful or interesting or if it's just useless information. I don't really know. And then I also have 2 pairs of tailored trousers. I have the same, again, in 2 different colors. Both of these are actually from H&M. I have this brown one that I showed in a recent haul. I just ordered this in a size down, and they're super comfy. They have a partially elasticated waistband in the back. I talk about this a lot as well. So they're very comfortable to wear, even though I will say they're not the absolute highest quality, so I am looking to upgrade these. I'm not sure if it's going to be this season, but maybe for next season. I have been very into wearing lighter outfits for the darker months. Usually, as you can see, a lot of this is a little bit more on the dark side. The brown is beautiful and such a popular shade this season, so I feel like this one works really well. It feels very natural, but I love having something that is a little bit Not something I wear quite as much as the brown, but something that just feels a little bit more dressy. So when I want to just change up my outfit just a little bit and just make it feel a little bit more dressed up or a little bit more special, I can just switch out the color. It's that easy. I don't have to change the comfort level or be very cold to wear something unique. It's still as easy to dress up and style. And then I have two dresses, and I love both of these. One is new and one is not. Both are from And Other Stories. They're quite different. So first off, I've shown this a lot as well. You can see it's a very similar color to the dress I have on. I am obsessed with this color. And it's also something that is not a neutral in this wardrobe, but because it is a dress, it's so incredibly easy to pair with everything else in the wardrobe. I think it's always good to have something in your capsule wardrobe that helps you actually get dressed up as well. So I love it for that, but I have been wearing it a ton with just this dress and then a jumper on top, this grey one specifically, and I've shown that in a vlog as well. I think I have repeated that outfit a few times already. And then I have another dress that is not as easy to dress up or down really, but I have this knit jumper. I have included this in my capsule wardrobe previously. It's fairly old at this point. It's also 100% wool, so it's super warm. And I like that this is more of a sort of loose fit, so I can belt it if I want to. But often I think it works just as it is. I just don't want to be too limited. So for me, a looser fit offers a little bit more styling options because the materials are of high quality. It has just lasted me so long and through so many wears. But I really like having the option of a dressy dress and a casual but still chic and very cozy dress. And I always include a blazer in my capsule wardrobes. I just always do, because it's something I love to wear, and I just switch out what materials they are made out of. So I have this black blazer, and although this is a wool blend, it's not super warm. It's still fairly lightweight, which has been very convenient throughout autumn. It goes over pretty much everything else here. I debated including a much more slim fit blazer this year as they are a little bit more popular, but I find that I have still so much versatility, and I really like the relaxed look of a more oversized, slightly more slouchy blazer, so I included that. It's also the only black item in my wardrobe, and I still think it works with the brown trousers, so that was the only thing I had to check. So it works with everything here. And this one is from Arket. I've had it for a couple of years now. I love it so much. It's gotten so much wear. Such a classic piece. I always think that for outerwear pieces, it's better to invest a little bit more, at least if you live in colder countries. So much of your outfit is the outerwear, and I just think that is a place I have never regretted actually spending a little bit more and just making sure I get that quality that I really want. It just changes the entire outfit. Then I have another very favorite piece, this jacket right here. Again, another piece I have just talked about a lot, let's say, this season, and I have worn it a ton already. I wear it almost every single day. This is from And Other Stories, and ever since I bought it, it has seen no rest. This is, I think it's 70% wool, so it's fairly warm, but it's not overly so because it's cropped. It has been the perfect piece for transitional weather. It's very roomy, so it goes over even the very chunky jumper here with no issue whatsoever. I bought this in a size extra small, so you definitely don't have to size up to get a roomy fit. It's just the coolest thing, and again, as I talked about outerwear and high quality, this one is just fantastic. I really love it. The quality is fantastic on it. The feel and also the cut and all of the seams and everything just looks amazing, and I can't stop wearing it. It's one of my favorite new pieces, and I've also seen that this is quite popular with you guys as well, so I know I am not alone in loving this piece. Definitely one of my favorite new additions to my wardrobe. Even though it might be a little bit cool for winter, I can see myself keeping this on for winter because I can't stop wearing it. Let's do the most basic, the one that everyone includes boots everywhere, a trench coat. I have this very oversized one from And Other Stories. They have brought it back this year, which I think is fantastic. It's such a cool piece, especially if you also like slightly more dramatic silhouettes for your outerwear, which I really do. This one is quite long. It has a very wide belt as well. So you just have these slight details that make it a little bit more than just your basic average trench coat. Again, oversized, so it will go over all of my outerwear. I would be a little bit more careful with having fitted outerwear, especially if you have chunky knitwear. Typically, this is what I live in for autumn. It's only that I have been so obsessed with this one that this has kind of taken over a little bit. But they are both amazing pieces that I would not put together an autumn capsule wardrobe without. Now, I did also mention that I have approached my accessories a little bit differently this year, so let me talk you through it. And what I did this year is that I wanted accessories in 2 different colors. And I want to say that if you're starting your capsule wardrobe from scratch, start with 1 color for your accessories. You're going to make your life so much easier. Yes, I know we love playing around with a sort of matching or mixing different colors and shades, and you don't always want to just match your belt to your shoes because it can look a little bit outdated. I say if you're starting from scratch, just focus on 1 color because it can be a little bit overwhelming. I have been quite obsessed with adding brown into my capsule wardrobes in the recent years, but I will say that it demands a little bit more planning. But this year I have black and I have a dark brown. So what I have done is that I have made sure that I have shoes, a belt and a bag in the same-ish dark brown shade, simply to make styling a little bit easier. I don't necessarily need to wear them all at once, but it's just so much easier to have it than to not. And I'm not saying this in a like just buy it, whatever. I have gone slowly and thoughtfully when I have added these things, but it's just made styling that particular shade so much easier and so much more enjoyable. And I just want to share what I have done, my approach to it. Obviously, it started with this handbag, which is a little bit more on the expensive side. This is the Coach Brooklyn, and I've made a review of this. I have included it, I think, in nearly every single video since. And I fell in love with the shade, and then I bought it, immediately ripped off the tags and started wearing it. And then I realized I have no other accessories in this shade. It was a little bit difficult to style it, but I do not regret this handbag for a second. I love it so much. It's one of my most worn. I knew it had to go in my capsule wardrobe. And what I did is that I knew I had to add shoes that would kind of go in the same color. So I have these dark brown Bershka shoes. I showed these in a previous vlog as well. These are really comfortable. You can see they do have a little bit of a heel height, but they are surprisingly comfortable for how tall that heel is. And knee-high boots are just something I typically always add into my autumn wardrobe anyways. And then I have another pair of brown shoes to have a little bit of option, because as you can tell, these knee-high boots are not going to work with my jeans, and they're not the most sort of efficient with my tailored trousers either. I also wanted a brown pair that I could wear with absolutely everything in this wardrobe that were very kindly sent to me by Vivaya, and these are brown ankle boots, again with a little bit of a heel, but this heel is not as high, so they're a little bit better for walking longer distances. And an ankle boot is something that is a must in my autumn capsule wardrobe, whether it is flat or have like a little bit of a heel like this. It's one of the shoe styles I wear the most for autumns. They are just so classic, nothing too sort of difficult to style about them. And they are just the most beautiful brown shade as well. Can you see how well they would go with this dress? So they work with everything here, and they're also water repellent, I think. So perfect now for autumn that tends to be quite wet, at least up here in Scandinavia. I've only worn these a couple of times, but I knew as soon as I put them on, they had to go straight into my capsule wardrobe. These are going to see so much wear. I will say though, if you order these, definitely order a size up. You're probably safe to go an entire size up really. And then the final brown accessory I added was a very simple dark brown belt. I do have a couple of brown belts already, but they are much more in that tan shade, which is beautiful, but really does not look the best with a dark brown. It's also an accessory that you can wear over outerwear and with dresses, skirts, trousers. It's just such a versatile piece. I think a belt is where it's the easiest to start out with something inexpensive. You don't want inexpensive shoes because they do take a lot of wear. It's what goes on the ground and is, at least in my wardrobe, abused the most. So I found this one and I thought it looked really good. This is just from H&M. It was very inexpensive. It's not really leather. And for me, that is fine. I have been looking at some other belts, and if this is a color that I continue to love, I know I will be adding something more expensive as well. And if you want something that looks very simple and minimal, I did look at one from COS, which wasn't too expensive. It's leather. It looked amazing. That is something to look into as well. But there are so many options, and I think that just have a think where you want to splurge and save in terms of what is going to wear the quickest and comfort levels, all of these things. But for me, it was a must to have a belt and a bag and a pair of shoes in this shade if I was going to do it at all, because just a bag turned out to be too difficult. But I did also want more accessories. For me, that is definitely where a lot of the fun in playing around with outfits is. So I also did kind of the same thing, just in black. So I have a pair of black ankle boots. These are quite old. They are from Zara and they are in leather, so they are still holding on, but they're not looking their best anymore. So that might be something that I upgrade over time. You can see that I do have like that trendy Western style and also a pointed toe. I like having both a pointed and sort of more of that almond toe. And then I also have a flat option. I like including a pair of loafers in my autumn capsule wardrobes. These have that chunky platform as well that works great for now, and it's very nice to have flat options for a capsule wardrobe as well. And in saying that, I also have my Veja sneakers. These have just become another fixture in my capsule wardrobe pretty much year round. I love these so much. They're incredibly comfortable, and as long as it's not a ton of snow, these are always going to be an option for me. So when I know I have to do a lot of walking, I typically grab these. So as with brown accessories, because I have black shoes, I have a black handbag. I love this one so much, and it's fantastic for when I want an outfit to be a little bit more dressy as well. This is my APC Grace handbag. Obviously it has a shoulder/crossbody strap. But because I do have more black handbags in my wardrobe, I tend to have most of them out for most of the year. So I will grab more than just these two. And you can even see the dark brown handbag in the back there. That is my newest handbag from COS that I have been also obsessing over. And that is also something I will be wearing with my other brown accessories. But this one is seeing a lot of wear right now. And then I also have my black Valentino belt, and this is a lot wider, so that is fantastic over my outerwear as well. But for me, the point is that I really needed to kind of complete the entire accessories wardrobe when it came to both of these colors. Anyways, I think that is my entire capsule wardrobe. I always try to get through these quicker and quicker, but it's not that easy. If you want to see outfit inspiration with these items and more, you can check out my Instagram or my LTK, where everything will be linked as well. And if you want to see more videos like this, I have an entire playlist with my capsule wardrobes, and I will continue posting more videos, obviously. So consider subscribing if you're not already, and I will see you very shortly in the next video. Bye!